Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today to continue with the personality and general tarot readings for actors, I'm going to be reading for Lee So-hyuk. So yes, he was requested a long time ago and I just realized that he's the same guy. I was reading some comments and then I realized that he was on my list as well. So yes, I'm not super familiar with him. I have seen him also in advertisements. But is he possible also a model, and also in some K dramas as well. I see him. So yes, let's start with this reading for him from the Oracle of the Archetypes. He got the card of Detective, Distractor or Destroyer, and Knight. And then from the Tarot he got the King of Cups, the Devil, Three of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. And from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun he got the card of Jupiter in Taurus, Status. So yeah, I believe also that I read for him and 17th Hoshi during one of my lives. I did pull cards for both of them for this. There was someone asking for this connection between the two of them, and yeah, remember both of them are Geminis. Even though no one is more Gemini than Hoshi, but it was a very very loving connection, actually. Very, they really got along very well. That's what I got from the cards, really like a true friendship. So let's begin with the cards, with the archetypes for Lee So-hyuk. It's very interesting that he got the detective, the distractor, and the knight, because then from the tarot he got the devil card. So when you pull the devil card, it's not necessarily that you have to fear the card of the devil, but it definitely focuses a lot on the more material side of things, and being very also having your priorities very well established. And I think that this guy, definitely he is living a very good life, and I believe he's working and planning to keep living this life, as someone very with high expectations and very ambitious. So when we think about this personality side, let's start from this side. The detective definitely lets me know that he's someone that he never lets his guard down when he's working. Probably he had always been in a sort of environment where there's a lot of manipulation going. And I believe that this could be like any agency or any enterprise or any company in general. But I believe that for him, why he was able to somehow survive or navigate this environment is his this detective in him. I think that definitely he knows a lot of things, but it's actually very peculiar to see a Gemini with an archetype of detective. First of all, because Geminis tend to be very blunt and very vocal and communicative about their circumstances and what they know, and they are not afraid to show what they know. But in this case, I believe this guy is the opposite. So I don't know if he has a moon in Scorpio or some placement in Scorpio or in other another sign that somehow he's very his vision is very crystal clear about what he wants to achieve. And I believe that being a detective, it's that he doesn't buy the the BS, he doesn't necessarily like believes everything that he hears. Probably he's someone that he does collect information. He tends to associate with different people, but also he's very observant and a very good and active listener. And probably he has a good eye for people. Like, because I believe that for him this is very important. This is his job. And I believe that this sounds very Capricorn, actually. I don't know if he has Capricorn energy also. But he's a guy that he's very, very driven and also very, he got the card of status. He got from the oracle. So what can I say? This guy is very focused on his personal goals, on his achievements, on his businesses. So he's someone very, I wouldn't want to see materialistic, but definitely he's everything that he had earned it because he's very smart. And also because his ability to be this sort of detective where he collects information. But it's not that he does it on purpose. I believe he's a very good listener and he has very good social skills. But also I believe that he's very selective about who he hangs out with. Like, it's not that he's like social, like a social butterfly, and he's very strategic about who he hangs out with. And definitely he gets very good info. He gets very and also he surrounds himself with very powerful people. So in this case, I believe that this detective archetype, it talks about how him being a bit mysterious, also it works for him. Of course that he has a side to him that it's more laid back, that it's more not so serious, but it takes a while for you to actually get to know that side of him. He also got the card of the destroyer or the distractor. So definitely he is a very strong force. So I wonder if he does have a Scorpio energy. I don't think he does. I think I read his birth chart and I believe he's had moon in Sagittarius, so and a lot of Gemini placements. But I don't know his rising. I have no idea, but definitely here with the destroyer, again, this very transformative and almost a bit of dangerous personality. He could definitely occasionate create some moments of tension for people. He really enjoys the power of distraction, and not to distract things just to create chaos. I think that for him it's important to reinvent himself. And I think that when things get complicated or when things get a bit dark, for him it's very entertaining somehow. He has this very, I wouldn't say a twisted humor, but he knows where he's working on. He knows that the industry is like this. So somehow for him it's entertaining, to hear, to witness sometimes some distraction, some very old, very old situations being destroyed. People that used to think that they were on top of things, seeing them fall. So he could be a bit of, I would say he calls a conspiracy person, but he is a very silent observer, and things usually tend to change a lot in his environment, and sometimes the energy is very heavy and unstable, but he remains the same. Is this ability of him to be, yes, a bit selfish, or focusing on himself and his own needs, what allows him to actually like navigate through this, and somehow like even though the destruction is there, he comes out like you know like safe and sound. Nothing affects him, and but he wouldn't mind, to be affected, because I believe that he really enjoys chaos, like in the sense that he enjoys the introduction of new scenarios, or when suddenly the place that you work in is like, oh yes, from now on, these people are not going to be working with us. There's going to be like remodelations here and there. There's going to be new people coming in. For him, that's very interesting. He's like, wow. And then, so I wonder, is he part of SM? Like, because if he would be working with SM right now, at this moment where all these things and people are changing, and like everything is like, it's not that it's falling apart, but it's in a process of a lot of change and tumultuous situations, a lot of betraying and all those things. I think that he would be like really excited to be there, just to witness, the whole mess. For him it's like, oh, this is good, and actually, I think that probably for him it's funny because he doesn't seem like shook by it, or impressed or scared, or like it doesn't surprise him. He's like, he really sees the business, or the atmosphere that he's in. He knows it very well, so he's comfortable with the idea of seeing people fall and other people rise. For him it's like he's a strategist, but he's very silent about it. This is why it definitely caught my attention, because Gemini would be more like of a communicator, like doing some network and talking and sharing information. But for him, it's not. No, everything I know is my power. Like it's mine. I don't plan to share it with others. But he could potentially, leave a hint or say some things to somehow spark the destruction sometimes, to create a bit of chaos. Then with the card of the Knight, definitely he's a defensor as well. I believe that when things get rough, he will definitely will fight for the people, or will defend people that he considers that are his friends. He's definitely very protective, and he believes in honor, and he will sacrifice himself for others, or he will step up or speak up for others if he feels like these are his people, and that if he really trusts these people, he will defend them. Definitely he's not someone that, even though he can be a bit of a strategist, and a bit elusive sometimes, when the time comes and he has to somehow to defend someone, or to defend someone's honor, for example, or to speak in someone's name to help them in some way, he would be there. Definitely this is a guy that if you are going through a very tough moment in your life, he will be there. He will show up. To support you. This is why he enjoys chaos and destruction, because somehow in the middle of this chaos and destruction, he's able to come out and show his true intentions, and definitely I believe he feels like he gets to know people better when they are in a situation of uncertainty or fear, or even when they feel like they are in danger or vulnerable, and if he thinks that you are worth it, or that you are a good friend or a good person, he will definitely come to save you. He will do something, he will not hide and and just like, ghost people. He will defend the people that he considers his friends. Then from the cards that he got in here is the King of Cups, Devil, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. This guy definitely, does he have like a contract with someone like that? I wouldn't say like this contract restrict him, because I don't think he's a guy that he can be restricted. But somehow there's a bit of loyalty in here. There's like like a pact, like okay, like I will remain loyal to you, something like this. I don't know if he works with an agency, with a company, but he seems very loyal about it. Like definitely he seems like he will maintain and preserve this like this connection or this contract with these people for a long time, and yes, he knows. He does it probably because there's a bit of sentiment in here. I don't know if he really like has like a connection, an emotional connection with some people that he works with, but it seems like this is a situation where he will not be leaving this place. Or for example, if he's been offered like more money, or like somehow like a better offer, he will still remain faithful to this place. So there's like a very like a strong connection. But of course that I must say that I don't know about this place, but this company that he's from. But since he got the devil here, it's not that it's a bad company, but I sense that there's a bit of ambition, like a strong ambition and a strong desire, and a lot of thirst for money and power, like power hungry people. So definitely they have like a fixation on him, like somehow like trying to manipulate him so he stays with them. So yeah, it's good because he actually is always working, and he's very business smart. But definitely I think that for the company, I think that it's more the company that benefits from having him than him benefiting from the company. I don't think that the company does much for him. So yeah, I would be a bit cautious with this place, with this agency that he works with these people that he works with, because they are yeah, they would do anything for power. So this is why I believe that probably he has these very strong archetypes as well. Him being a detective, he's someone that he doesn't relax. He knows where he's stepping into. He knows the place that he's in. He knows the industry very well. He knows its dark side and its secrets. So he doesn't fear, or he wouldn't be like surprised if the people that he works with somehow has like something shady going on. It's like for him, he's like, I don't want to hear about it, but he's not naive. He somehow can smell that something is not entirely right, especially because I feel like they have an obsession like with him. Somehow they want him to be part of them. So yeah, but definitely I can see it also because every project that he gets into is a success. He has the Three of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So this guy, he's very prosperous. He's very good at business, and he's just shines whatever he's involved in when it comes to projects. He definitely shines, and the businesses or the deals go very well, and he definitely is the image and representation of luxury, wealthiness, like power and self-esteem. and being very secure of your image and being very stable. Definitely he does represent that. He represents that he's a guy that he knows his value, he knows his worth, and he will do whatever it takes to protect his possessions and what he had accomplished. Like, definitely he is very high maintenance in the sense that he knows he is, it's not about popularity, it's more about, like the card that he got here, it's more about status. And since he got this last card, that is the card of status, definitely he knows that whatever he participates in is going to be a success. So he's not shy, or he's not like, pretending to be like, oh, like, really, I had no idea that I was this good. No, actually, he does know. He does know that whatever he shows up, he just like makes everything like more expensive. And definitely see him working on something. He's definitely looking forward to expand his work and his influence, and definitely I can see him like having a lot of deals and showing up and being like very successful in everything that he does, and using his image a lot. Then the last card here, the Jupiter in Taurus, status. Yes, for him is very important. Status is very important to be with the right people. He has two different sides. When it comes to work, that he does focus a lot on work. For him, it's very important to hang out with the right people. But then also he has a very special place to hang out with people that probably are not that known, or are not like this, like, this, I don't know, worldwide stars. These are probably people that are a bit more on the humble side, but he also has a place for them in his life. So he has a great balance, but he's also someone that he's very focused on his career, honestly. Like, here I don't see, I don't see like that he could be dating someone, because I don't see people. But definitely I think that he's a guy that he somehow he knows he has to be watch out a lot about what he shares. He feels like he cannot share everything of his life, because somehow I don't know if he's surrounded by people that do not have a good a good image, or that they are not very good influence, or he somehow is very close. I don't think he hangs out with these people, but he could be associated with people that they are not very very positive, or maybe their lifestyle is a bit like controversial. So he's always very close to that sort of chaos, but thank God it never like touches him, it never affects his image. But he's very well aware that he is very close. This is why he's always wants to look like always very well put together, very well trained, very well. He takes care a lot of himself. He wants to have everything under control, because he knows that that there could be a potential of people, I don't know, being like exposed on the internet and stuff. So he always makes sure that his image is flawless. So this is why status for him is important. It's like he's like, okay, I'm doing a great job here. Nobody's going to take this away from me. So he's very jealous, very possessive of his career, of his accomplishments, and of his image somehow. So yeah, he's very focused on that. So yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.